Hey everybody, my name is Murdercat and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a different kind of video on Animal Crossing New Leaf. If you're anything into like the hacking, modding community, then you will know about the Marco Robledo Animal Crossing save editor. And it's a lot of fun, in my opinion. It has definitely kind of revitalized my interest in the game of Animal Crossing New Leaf. I purchased a secondhand old 2DS to do this with so that I didn't ruin my new 3DS in case I modded it incorrectly. To use the save editor, you do have to have a modded 3DS or 2DS, one of the two. I'm just gonna say 3DS, just to keep it consistent. So I have all those files, but we're not gonna talk about that today. I have right here no, that's not it. The Marco Robledo, I have the offline editor. So this is the editor right here, and you're just gonna open the index file. Obviously you get the disclaimer, because if you didn't put this in, people would be mad if they ruined their save game. But we're gonna go on anyway. This is, the Marco Robledo save editor. You can donate, and I highly recommend that you do. Always make a backup before you do this as well. With the save editor, I do not have the amiibo update, so I'm gonna be looking for my garden dat file. If you have the amiibo update, you're gonna want to use garden plus dat file. I just have my file right here. Wait, where'd it go? It's right there. And I'm gonna open it. So I have edited my town prior before this kind of walkthrough. The map editor was recently updated May 2nd. That is the most recent update as of 2019. So in this update, it just adds some stability. You can now have the outline of the building, so you don't need something like this anymore. This was my guide for placing buildings prior to this being available. But now we have it. I no longer need this to tell me how to place things, so it's great. With the save editor, you can change the way that your map is laid out, and you will scroll down and you'll see this little acre area. I am personally not going to mess too much with mine, but I'll show you real quick. So you can change your rivers to, be weird, but I'm going to fix it so that my river is valid. You can't have a river tile, see how this little arrow right here? You can't have a river tile where it's flowing all in one direction and all of a sudden you change directions. That'll cause your game to crash. So when building river structures, always make sure that your river goes the correct direction. You have to keep the bricks of the town square. You can't get rid of that. If you do, the game does crash. There are 3 different town square blocks that you can use. It's recommended that you keep it completely. You don't have to have the bricking for the retail or the bricking for the town hall, just the town square. Now with the retail usually has a lake next to it, or you can choose to have one without a lake. You have to have a lake within your map, one lake, no more than one, or it will cause your game to crash. So that is a huge thing as well. You can't have more than 2 waterfalls. So it's this one right here, the starting waterfall and the ending waterfall to the beach. You can't have more than 2. You cannot make an island out here, from my experience. So I guess I'm doing it wrong, or maybe I'm doing it incorrectly. Some people said they've had success with it. I have not. No islands within your town or your game. You'll get an error. Always make sure that if you move your train station block, that you move the railroad crossing arms, the train station, and the bulletin board with it, or your game will crash. So there's quite a few things you can do to make your game crash that won't always work. It happens. This is basically tells you where your grass is dead and alive. I've never actually had any luck with trying to revive my grass. But anyway, if you look real closely, you can see where my previous rivers were. My previous river ran down like this, and it was very annoying. I did not like it. So I changed it to something more simple because I wanted to isolate myself and a lot of these things over here. One thing that I've done with my Animal Crossing town is I have all my villagers lined up in an area. I really like it when the houses are aligned, and I'm working on putting in some paths to kind of connect them all. It's gonna look awesome. But one thing that I want to show you that I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna sort these by type, is I'm gonna move my cafe over here. Usually, Isabel would not let me build over here because in-game there are requirements that there are 2 spaces to the left and to the right, and 5 spaces back. And right here, it doesn't provide enough space for that. She tells me it's too close to the event plaza and that it's too close to the river. But with the save editor, I'm going to zoom in so I can get this placed a little bit more accurately. With the save editor, I can place it right here. Oh no, hang on. Right here, no problem. And I can save it, and when I load my game, my cafe will be over there now, and it's really awesome. Another thing you can do is you can move bridges. You can't change their direction, but you can move them. So like this north to south bridge, I can move it anywhere along here. I'm gonna keep it there. And then this wooden bridge right here, this west to east, it has to stay here. I can't move a west to east bridge over here. Or when you boot up your game, you're just gonna have a bridge sitting in the river and it looks really awkward. With the save editor, you can also change your player information. So you can change your TPC from here, and all your information you can change either from male to female, your tan, your name, your TPC text. You can change your hairstyle without use of the shampoodle, which is great for me because I don't have the shampoodle yet. There are certain things that I'm trying to do with this file that I don't want to do with the save editor, but there's some things that I still want to do with the save editor, like giving myself 100 million bells in my bank, because if I put that in my pocket, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold that much. You can change your house exterior. I have mine the way I want, which is like a little cabin. I'm in love with the cabin furniture. You can import patterns and export them, which is really great. I only have 2 custom patterns, my town flag and then this shirt that's called Bat Bitch. I swear it's a Sophia Nygaard shirt and I wanted it in Animal Crossing. I actually own this sweater in real life and it is my favorite sweater ever. You can unlock all your emotions, fill up your entire encyclopedia, fill up your catalog, or change your town profile card picture, which is up here, to something custom and weird, which is really great. You can modify stuff on the island, which I don't do. I don't particularly care that much. So one of my favorite things though is you can choose your villagers and like who you want to be in your village. So right now I have 9. If you have 5 villagers, what you can do is change them to a villager that you want. So like if I wanted Age and S, I don't though. So I have all my favorite villagers in town right now. And what I've done is I have 1 of every personality. So that way I can get town public works projects unlocked. So I have Fang, Mitzi, Yuka. They're all super cute. The great thing about this is if it shows you their little picture. So if you want to just like think, you know, click around and you're like, oh, who's Ralph? And he's a tiger and he's cranky. Or yeah. And then we got Snooty, Eunice, Pippi. And then you have your others. So what you can do here under this tab, you can change your town name, change your fruit, grass type, town hall, blah, blah, blah. You can unlock all the public works projects. That's pretty much it with the town editor. I enjoy this very much. Link in the description for this website and the offline download on GitHub. That's what I have. Once you've completed all the things that you wanted to complete throughout the tabs, you click Save Changes over here, and it will download and generate a new Garden DAT file for you, or Garden Plus DAT if you have the Amiibo update, which, again, I do not have that on my new system. Once you have that Garden DAT file, you can go ahead and drop it into either JKSM Save Manager or Checkpoint, whichever preferred backup method that you have, and you just boot it up in Animal Crossing, and presto, you have a whole new town, and basically a revitalized love for the game. It just depends. I hope you enjoyed this Animal Crossing video. Hopefully, I look forward to doing a few more in the future. If you'd like to know how to hack or modify your DS as of 2019, May of 2019, go ahead and let me know in the comments and I can make a current video on how to do so. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked that video, you can or cannot hit the like button. I can't tell you what to do. You can also hit that subscribe button, but again, I still cannot tell you what to do. And if you really want to, you can hit that bell icon so you can get a notification every time I post. But again, I'm not your mother and I still can't tell you what to do. As always, stay safe and I will see you next time.